Hi, and thanks for tuning into the MaryLee Herrmann Show. When I was a little girl, I used to love those diaries that had the little key. I don't think I ever had one, and if I did, I'm sure my sneaky little sister would have read it. However, there was just something so neat about writing down your personal thoughts and having it in this book that was all your own. Again, unless you have a little sister. But it never occurred to me how valuable and how helpful that really could be. Till we fast forward till when I was probably about 40, and I read a book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And in it, she has several tips, suggestions, assignments, if you will, for you helping yourself to be more creative and allow the creativity in you come out. And one of the items that she has you do is a morning pages, as she calls it. And after reading that section, I thought, well, okay, I could do that. And I have to tell you, it's been a game changer for me. Sometimes when I tell people that I journal, basically it's journaling every morning, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I think about doing that, but I don't have the time. Well, I didn't think either, though I really had the time. And how she makes it accessible. So really, for journaling for me, she suggests you do 3 pages or 20 minutes, whichever feels right, whichever comes first, whichever works for you. And I have found over the years that 3 pages works great for me. That's how I'm able to attain and do that every day. And if sometimes I'll start to actually feel like I don't have time, and it's interesting because when I don't journal, my day really gets more away from me and I'm less productive. Now, journaling, the way she suggests and the way it's become for me, the way it's evolved in my world, is that, and she enforces that it's not about writing something to be read. It's really about the process and what getting that out of your head and your heart onto paper does for you. I know some people can journal on their laptops or iPads or what have you, but I really believe in the groundedness of using pen and paper. And I even have a favorite pen, Pilot's G2 pen. And that my journals some of them are just plain spiral notebooks. Some of them are journals, actual journals that I have found at thrift stores that people just never used. And you can find them for $1 or $2. There is something also to the gorgeous leather-bound ones that say journal on them, or just simply, they have that little rope that comes around the front, and so it kind of feels enclosed in that way. So, and I found that there's different times in my life that different notebooks, different journals, different books like that will appeal to me. And the actual journaling, sometimes I'm writing these deep thoughts. Sometimes I'm writing out a dream I had during the night. Sometimes I'm just writing the same word over and over, or phrases. Sometimes I'll just write, keep going, because I can feel myself getting a little distracted, which is another reason why I often will put in headphones and have on instrumental music. I make a point of journaling in the morning before I've had any real conversations, before going online, before looking at news, before checking my phone, because I find that journaling then, writing then, it really allows me to just write what's probably been in my head all night or from the day before. And those things get so cluttered in our heads that, what we have to do or ideas we have. And by writing them down, then it helps to not only have them written down so you can refer to them if you need to, but I also find that by writing them down, it frees my head up for what I need to get done that day. Now, perhaps some of the ideas that come out in my pages is what I need to get done that day. Then that's great. Most of the time, I mean, I have years and years of notebooks, every day practically. And most of them, those pages are unread. Now, if I need to go back and refer to something, perhaps I have an idea for something, or I worded something in a way that I really liked, and I'm like, oh, how did I say it in that? And whether it's ideas for shows, movies, has to do with my writing, has to do with something that I want to take care of, a thought that, oh, this happened, and this is how it made me feel, and by writing it down, sometimes I'm able to kind of work through, why did it make me feel that way? I mean, there's just so many benefits and so many things that I gain, that I feel from journaling. So when I don't do it, things really get more away from me. So I just, for example, this is the current journal. I got it at a thrift store for $1. And maybe a couple of the pages have been torn out, I'm not sure, but it's just, it's just a simple notebook. I like the cover. I love purple's my favorite color, purple and gold. And I'm left-handed. I'll say I actually start at the back of the book and will write forward. Another great, at the same time, I've used legal pads. I love the notebooks that has the spiral at the top. Again, being a lefty, it's, keeps me from getting all the ink on my hands. But a journal is just so personal and intimate. I've had people gift me journals even before, because I've been writing in some form almost all my life. And I've received some wonderful journals, but I never used them. Or I didn't use them right away. I found actually about 5 or 6 years ago, I came across a book that, no kidding, someone had given me in like the 8th grade, and somehow I still had it. And when she gave it to me for a birthday gift, probably, I'm not sure why I didn't connect with it, or why I didn't use it as an opportunity to start journaling then, but at the time, like I said, about 5 or 6 years ago, I came across it, and it was like, oh wow, I can't wait till I'm finished with the one I have and can start writing in this one. And so it's just one of those things where it's personal. It's whatever works best for you. Find a pen that works for you, if you decide to journal. And as far as with notebooks and journals, it's change it up if you want, or find one and just keep going with that. And then maybe at some point you're like, yeah, I want to try a different one. I want to go back. It really is just what helps you to feel good and comfortable and sit down in the morning and just, again, show up for yourself and get it out there to it helps you get a better start on your day. And I also choose to, like I said, I'll listen to instrumental music, and I actually have a meditation app, and on it has music, and that's where I usually go, because then it has time, and I know that, okay, I'm going to be at least probably 20 to 30 minutes, usually, depending on how fast I'm writing. And I keep my journal in a place that's just for me, that it isn't out for other people to potentially open or see. And when I'm writing, I have a specific chair that I sit in, and I love it because the morning sun will shine in on me, and I can just feel it even though I'm not looking out there. Again, you're just looking at your writing. You're just very much in here. It's just you and the page. And it's just like I said, it's been a wonderful, wonderful tool for me to, on a personal level, to help me be more creative, and at the same time get to know myself better. And what kind of things come up for me continuously? What things do I write about often? What things, where did that thought come from? And you just never know. And especially because if I do it first thing in the morning, chances are, you dream all night during the night. You just don't always remember your dreams. And so sometimes that's the first thing I'm writing. I'll put the date and then I'll write what my dreams were so I don't forget them. And I like I said, when I journal, it's such a great start to my day, because it helps me formulate my thoughts. It helps get rid of the clutter, things that might be in my head that I don't have to think about at that moment. And if the Artist's Way, Julia Cameron, she'll go into a little bit more detail if you care to look it up. And so thank you so much for checking in with the MaryLee Herrmann Show. And if you would like to continue on this journey with me and help build the community of women going, in our 50s and older, I would love if you hit the subscribe button and share it with other friends who might also want to be part of it. All right, thanks so much and have a great day.